The man had just bought a cake for his daughter when he stepped outside and realized his car was gone. Looking down, he found a notice it had been towed by the authorities. He tried to explain that he hadn't parked illegally on purpose, that the no parking lines were too faded to notice. But the officials simply shrugged. Rules are rules. If you want your car back, pay the fine. The man insisted it wasn't his fault, it was a management issue, and he was the real victim here. But the official merely smirked in disdain. The people waiting in line behind him grew impatient, casting annoyed glances his way. Not wanting to cause more trouble, he reluctantly paid up. But by the time he got home, he had already missed his daughter's birthday. After the guests left, his wife exploded in anger. To her, he was always complaining about society but couldn't even take care of his own family.
La sociedad no va a cambiar. Vos no vas a cambiar.
Her words were clear, she wanted a divorce. Frustrated and feeling wronged, the man went to the traffic department to file a complaint.
Yo ya pagué el acarreo, pero hay un error porque el cordón estaba despintado.
The officer glanced at the fine amount, then lowered his head, ignoring him. Furious, the man repeated his case and demanded they send someone to inspect the site. But the officials, sitting comfortably above it all, acted like they didn't hear him. One even scolded him for not understanding the law. That was the last straw. The man snapped. This was no different from daylight robbery. His anger boiled over, and as security was called to remove him, he grabbed a fire extinguisher and smashed it against the glass counter. That outburst landed him in a holding cell. When his colleague bailed him out, he was met with even worse news. His rampage had made the front page. His boss, unwilling to offend government officials, had fired him on the spot. As if that weren't enough, his wife filed for divorce the very moment he lost his job. The court granted her full custody of their daughter. Rigid laws were one thing, but the arrogance of those in power was another. As her lawyer left, he even threw in an insult.
Haga terapia, señor Fisher.
¿Cómo?
Se lo digo de corazón.
A demolition engineer by trade, the man tried finding new work, but the headlines made him unemployable. He grew desperate. Reaching for his car keys, he looked around only to realize his car had been towed again. Staring at that smugly printed notice, something inside him snapped. The man made a crazy decision.